Hello, good day everyone. Just getting some stuff done behind the scenes. Going to invite you guys to share with your friends and join me live. Let's talk about the market today. Let's talk about what I'm seeing. Let's talk about the fact that we are in an election year and we're going to see some potential election derived activity for the market. All right, so let me just share this out over here on Twitter. I still call it Twitter. Totally call it Twitter. All right, let's go here. All right. Let's go up here. SPY, QQQ. We're going to go over SILV. We're going to go over NVIDIA. We're going to go over Tesla. We're going to go over JD. All right. And more. Let's do this. Oops. I can do that now. There we go, there we go. All right, so let me bring this back over here. Get this set up over here. Oop, I need to go to the editor, boom, boom, boom. Let's get this on the back side over here. All right, and here we go. Let's get the scanner screen set up, boom. All right, so today is October 4th. Ooh, a powerful day for the market, likely. So we were down yesterday, and to me that is not a surprise. Why? Because we are actually below the bigger volume. In fact, if you watched my Angela Miles segment this morning, you on Business First AM, you would have seen, you know what, let me go over here actually. Good morning, Troy. Good morning, everybody else. If you are new, put it in the chat. Let me know your name and we'll chat, right? I really enjoy getting to know you guys through the chat. It's always nice to see what other people are trading as well, or what you have interest in, right? Because it also goes with my mentality, if that makes sense. All right, just adding Business First AM on there. All right, got the chat going. So welcome everybody. If you have anything you want me to check out on the live stream, anything you want my perspective on, go ahead and put it in the chat. All right, I will explain this DPOC, the daily point of control. What is that, Troy? You want to tell him? What's the daily point of control? Let's see if Troy can articulate this well. All right, we've got core mining that is down. We've got Mara that's up a touch. We've got Oxy that's up, Trip that's up. Okay, we got a lot of good stuff, right? So DPOC, daily point of control, that is going to be where the most volume has been traded since a particular date, right? I have it's an anchored volume profile basically, and that's the point of control. These are the limits. Should we go crashing down today, it would also work to the upside, but typically I haven't seen it ever halt to the upside. We did see it halt in 2020, so this has become a daily habit since March 17th of 2020. All right, so we had the what's it called? We had the port pause, or the strike that was averted, right? Have you noticed they always tend to find a last minute solution? Always. You got it. So if that point of control is below us, means they were buying. If that point of control is above us, hey, they were likely selling. All right, so here we are in October. We're just the beginning. It looks like for an election year, in general, we tend to drop down at least 1% on the broader market, right? For the Dow Jones. Now, you could look at this and say, okay, well, that's probably going to happen. This is overall every year, but these are just election years. So it tends to be a little rocky, a little upward move, maybe from the second to third week, and then a drop, and then boom. The last week of October might be a good time to get into the Dow Jones as far as an election year activity. All right. Also, let's look at The Economist. Many times they do tell us on the Economist cover and the Barron's cover what is going to happen. What should you keep your eyes peeled on for the week, right? Go here, weekly edition, browse all editions, and the covers will tell us. Okay, where is this cover? Well, this is Middle East shattered. The year that the Middle East shattered. So maybe we watch oil this week, right? Crypto bros versus cat ladies. What's going on there? Housing super cycle. Well, I actually am today closing on another rental property down in Orlando. So hey, if you guys are ever heading down there, you want a place to stay, you want to rent out my 2 resort condos, let me know. Best place to stay in Orlando.com. So housing super cycle, where are we with that cycle? There's been more houses that I've seen go up. I've seen more people dropping prices. Will China's stimulus work? Haven't even heard about it. Don't live there, don't know about it. Mapping a fruit fly's brain. Why are they talking about fruit flies? That's where my brain goes with that. Why? Why are they talking about that? Okay, so let's check everything out. I also go to the fear and greed indicator for today to see what's going on. And it looks like it's going to be a nice big moving day to me. Nice big moving day. Can't reveal why, but I will tell you, I think it's a nice big moving day. Okay, let's check out our announcements for today. So many times I see the bulk of the move happen from Monday afternoon through Thursday. However, if they're not completely done with their move and they've not hit their target points, they will pop it in the continued move on Friday and then sort of exit their positions, re-enter positions Monday during the day. We are not with the go away early. However, we are in the Jewish holidays of Rosh Hashanah right now. So that does tend to be a down week, as we saw with the equity seasonality. All right. Any questions? Put them in the chat. Love you guys. Love doing this. I'm going to try to really get back. Been crazy busy. Also helped my mom build a house by the Amish. It just went on the foundation. So that's where I've been a little MIA. And it's been keeping me busy. All right. So here we are. We'll do volume scan. Let's rescan this. Boom. We had 71. All right. So biggest mover for today is NEO so far. Let's check this out. How does it look? Not a lot of big moving room potential. Ribbon moving to the downside. This one has nice potential. We are testing a support area over here. So let's throw Rivian, however you say it. I like the look of their trucks, but I don't like electric. Okay, now point of control. Let's put this point of control on here. You know what, Maybach? I do not use anchored VWAP, although I do know Brian Shannon. I love the tool. I absolutely love the tool. It's a great thing. I like the anchored point of control. Why? Because I want to see what's happened since, you know, the anchored VWAP is amazing. Oh, thanks, Troy. The house is actually in the States. It's in upstate New York. So to answer a question about anchored VWAP, love Brian Shannon, met him at Trade Ideas events. At their first event ever when I was pregnant with my daughter, who is now 7 years old. So that's a while ago now. And the anchored VWAP is awesome. I do find it very useful. I find it useful for a day trader in putting it from 4 a.m. So say we go over here and we use the anchored VWAP. We could put it right here. right? We can see the anchored VWAP is right here at 998, right? I see where the most volume has been traded is 990 right here. So I know pretty good line in the sand. They were either buying at 990 or they were selling. Well, the price is above right now for the intraday trading, right? So I know that if we're above that, hey, you can see it tested. There's a lot of consolidation right here, and then it moved up above. So I do see a use for both. However, I prefer the anchored volume profile. Matter of taste, right? And whatever works for you. So if you love the anchored VWAP, go with it. I love the tool. I also like the raindrops from TrendSpider. If you've never used TrendSpider, that is pretty cool. The the raindrop candlesticks to show where the volume was for that day. Was the volume up above? Was the volume down below? Was it higher in the morning, higher in the afternoon? Those are very cool too. I need to come up, maybe I'll come up with an indicator. I'll call it the Supermom indicator. All right, so Rivian, so where's our point of control here? Well, it's up above us, 1322, right? So that's the daily point of control. 1322 there. Okay. Yeah, my pleasure. 2525 Maybach, what is your real name? Just curious. I like to call people by their real names. If you're okay with that, first name. All right, so we got Tesla. Tesla's popping around up here. Let's put it here. Tesla's last earnings point of control. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna get rid of all the other ones and just go boom, boom, boom. See, I have an anchored VWAP on here. Got lots of horizontal rays that I don't, oh, those are all large volume. Okay, so let's put it on here. Anchored volume profile, right to the day. George, hey George, awesome. All right, 220.23, so that is a level to watch, right? That's since last earnings, that is the biggest traded volume right here, as long as we stay above it. So you could look at it as your risk, right? We're up at 242, you come back down, okay, well that's $22. If you'd gotten in here when it just broke out of this downward trend, that's gonna be $8 risk for potential, hey, $40 to the upside. Pretty good, right? So that's why I use that to help with risk management. I use that as my threshold. Hey, this is where the really big money is putting their money. So if we're above it, awesome, okay? All right, let's go. So let's go to, let's see, other big movers, SILV to the upside. This has 145 million. And let's go here. Let's put on that point of control. Boom, 941, see? All right, let's see, API. This one has 70 million. I will put it on, usually less than 50. I'm gonna give you a huge, hey, caution, whoop, whoop, caution. This could move. Oh, look at that, 492, you see? So even though earnings is all the way back here, the most volume, which makes sense, this big, huge volume spike candle is at 492. If you're a short and you like to short, hey, watch that price level. This is lower volume. I would put it up above. We'll do it. We'll get there. All right. CWeb TCOM is poppin'. Trip.com. Another gap up here. Just moving those up. And you can see it's all the way down here, 47.32 for TCOM. A little risky, but as long as it stays there, it's once you see that this flips up here, like on API, then you know, oh, gotta exit my longer term position, right? Let's see here. JD. My little cheat sheet down there. JD, Baba. Let's check Baba really quickly. Baba's doing the same thing. JD, Baba, and what was the other one that we were trading this week? Another Chinese one. All right, this is all the way down here at 26.91. Still grooving higher. should have put this in 1.36 billion. CDE, let's check this one out. Oh yeah, it's hitting the 33 exponential. I also check that out. That's an exponential that I watch typically. Many times they'll come, they'll test it, they'll bounce off of it, consolidate, boom, move up. And then if it goes below, it's a resistance. This one sort of in range bound. We sort of have a head and shoulders here. You see this? Shoulder, head, boom, weaker on this side. So it looks like potentially they were selling. Let's see where the big volume is there. Look at that. Just so happens it's above us. 682. Correction, let me see. 696. 696 there. If you have any you want me to check out, let me know. I'd be happy to look at it for you. All right. We have Novo Nordisk. Novo Nordisk. Continuing that downward pummeling. Look at that. 135 they sold. And I'll explain the colors once we put in the levels over here. If it's green, that means the big volume is below us. If it's red, the big volume is above us. Right now it's red because we don't have any numbers in, right? All right, let's see. We have a lot more moving up today. EVGO. You know, I was just looking at solar roof shingles because I'm in the midst of putting on a roof. All right, so 419 here. All right, welcome everybody. Do not be shy. Put yourself in the chat. Where are you from? What are you looking at? Do you know about volume point of control? Do you understand it? Do you understand what this line is? How to utilize it to your benefit? Why is it worth it to know about that? All right, we've got Zim. I want to say that's a shipping. Yeah, this is down 11%. That's worthy. That's worthy of making the cut. This is testing the 100 exponential. So there's a chance that this might bounce here. Sometimes they want to bounce off of the 100 or the 90. So we have the 50, 90, and 100 right there. So there's a chance that it could consolidate. Risk would be down to 1825, the biggest volume that is below us. So I would watch that potentially as a short target. Maybe they're going to go down there, buy more. Okay, well, check out ELF. Oh, you know what I want to add on here too is coin. And haven't checked on Reddit lately. All right, so 1825, I need the ticker, Zim. All right, so let's bring it on over. Here we go, we're right with Zim right here. Okay, hey, how's it going, Roger? I feel like I just sounded like some cheesy skitcom. Hey, all right, 1960 to the upside, and we'll put it down here, 19 to the bottom. 70% of the volume is between these two lines. Customize setting on that feature. So for the intraday, we are looking at point of control at 1950. So since we're hanging out down here at 1924, I'd go lower, right? 1825 means the biggest volume is below us. So big volume has happened over here. Nice job, Roger. Don't mess it up on a Friday. All right. There we go. We'll save that. Why am I taking screenshots? I do also have my watch list on my website. However, I sort of diverted to going live on YouTube. I find it's better because you guys can ask me questions. We can chat. I can describe what I'm looking at. So that's why I have my YouTube in the morning. So if you like what you see today, come and join me in the mornings. You have access to it. I can look at whatever you have an interest in as well. All right, point of control was all the way up here, 640, 636, 626, right here, 616, 611, and then down to 605. So we got to go below 6, or I'm going to say above 620 here. Below 6 or above 620, right? And that big volume is down here, 419. So this could potentially go higher. All right, all right, all right. Oh, I didn't put NVIDIA on there. We got to look at NVIDIA too. All right, we also do the indexes. Ignore these numbers. If you are here and you're using those numbers, those are from yesterday. Don't use them. Don't use them. They're from yesterday. I just didn't clear it yet. All right, so we have a lot of traffic along the way here. So it looks like the short trade is probably going to be better than the long trade, but we do have nice potential from 1380 up to 114.70, or we got to go below here, 112.88. So 112.88, 113.80, you can see, oh, it stays red. Why? Because the big money, big trading money sold it. Do you want to go against big money? You look familiar. You can't remember who I am. Did you ever go to a Trading View event or Modern Trader Summit? That was my summit, my trading event that I was hosting before COVID, and then COVID sort of shut it down. I still have it, but I just have not. Life happened. My dad passed away. You know, things happen. And it has not happened recently. Maybe I just, you know what? CDE, I only really like to the downside. To the upside, it's really, really tight. Look at all this traffic here. So it's really more of a downside trade for core mining. So if it triggers, amazing. If it doesn't, don't trade it. Only trade it when it's looking good. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. There we go. Okay, so 660, harder trading to the upside. And that big point of control is at 696. Yellow. That means, maybe they're positioning for this. I also wrote a book, George. Or are you George from the gym? Is that the George? Because I do have a friend named George. Are you Greek, George? I have a Greek friend named George. Alrighty, let's go here, here. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. So similar, the Rivian looks like it might be a bit congested to the upside here. Smaller trades. It is a lower price stock. So even an 11-cent trade, you're looking at 1%, right? Okay. And I don't know. I have lived all sorts of places. So below 980 or above 1020. I've lived in Philly. I've lived in Memphis. I've lived in Atlanta. I've lived in Florence. I've lived in Paris. I've lived all over. All right, there we go. That does not look very bullish to me, especially with a long term or a bigger point of control. Boom, up here. And then look, once they were done, ooh, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. Come to a support area. Maybe they're going to buy it out and position more. If not, watch for a bigger drop down to 830. Don't know then. Sorry. Maybe you're just meant to find me today so you could join in the mornings, have some positivity to your day. Every day is a fresh day, new start. You got this. Let go of any other trades. It's not today. It's not the same trading. Okay, 46.80 for the upside. Point of control is at 46.50. So let's put it right here, 46.40 to the downside. 46.40, 46.80. Nice potential to pop up here to 47, actually up to 48.12 right here. But might get stuck here at 47.78 in the first 15 minutes. I find that the prior days pivots and camarillas do play a factor in the first 15 minutes of the day. Do, 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 do. Ba da ba 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 da 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 da. Do 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 do. By mistake? There's no mistakes. There's no mistakes, George. Well, welcome. Hope you're having a good time. All right, so for no worries. It really wasn't a mistake. Everything happens for a reason. At least I believe that. There's always a lesson in everything. Even if it seems difficult, it's a lesson that you're meant to grow from. All right, so Trip.com, nice island trading gap right now. Are we going to be gap and go, or are we going to fill that gap back down to 67 over here? I would say if we go above 69.60, watch for it to pop and potentially hit 70.04. Up to 71.08 or down below 68.80. You got it, George. You got it. Maybe you've seen photos and video of our NSX. We have a Blue Pearl 2021 NSX. I think I've got some videos on my channel of the delivery of it. 1 of 10. I am a dual citizen, so it was 1 of 10 in Canada for 2021. And it's pretty cool. Pretty amazing piece of machinery since you got a Maybach. Do you own a Maybach? Are you a car fanatic? Hey Terry, how's it going? I've got NVIDIA on the list on the side. We're gonna check it out. We're also looking at Tessie for you. All right, so API Agora, we've got a point of control 533. If it goes below 492, watch out. It will likely go and kick that bucket, right? I don't really like 530 here. I'm gonna put it down below 504, right? That's probably gonna be your bigger trade to the downside. So above below 504 or above 550, this does have 70.6 million. Why do I have it in yellow? Well, anything that's really below 100 million, let me put it on Zim too. I give you a little caution yellow. Hey, if this is moving and there's a lot of volume behind it, there's a good chance that it could move very quickly, right? You can see that right here. A lot of volume came into this. I don't really care what the news is. I don't really watch the news. I watch the stock and I watch the volume and I watch what's going on with the big money, right? That's where big money's buying, okay, follow them. Big money's selling, okay, sell with them, right? Ah, thanks, whoever just gave me that little love of the heart. All right, so let's go here. We've got our point of control for the day, 941. Intraday, let's put it up above 1050 or below. Yep, I'll definitely add it to the list. You got it. All right, let's pull this up here. So our point of control is up here at 1042. Let's put it here, 1010. You got 30 cents right there. If it doesn't stop, oops, if it doesn't stop at, oh goodness, what did I do? If it doesn't stop at $10. So it might get $10 move. Now, you have to sort of readjust everything. If you see that the level, the potential short level is triggered, you got to go lower. Well, I would go to 10 then. All right, Tesla up, point controls down here, following the 20 simple right here. testing the 15 exponential. We are below these, so I would say, hey, if we're able to get above 250 again, likely going to continue higher, and I would say it would likely continue on up to at least 280. I would double that with the it's also went through CMT training, George, so I've done a lot of the chartered market technician technical analysis. I just use it for myself and for my watch list. Peeps that come to join me in the morning, as a mom, I like to keep my life simple and flexible so that I can be with my kiddos if need be. All right, 242.50 and 246.50 for Tesla here for the intraday trade. Amazon should be 200. All these packages I see getting delivered in the hood or ghetto now. Well, sometimes, you know, logic does not prevail in the market, right? Just because you see something doesn't mean that the big guys are not selling it. So just remember that. Logic does not prevail. The price is always right. I feel like Drew Carey. The price is right. The price is always right. The market is always right. Okay, so we're going to check out ELF here quick for Troy. All right, ELF. Oh, look at that. If it goes above 111.46, Troy, watch that, okay? But right now, your risk is anything to the downside. And if it goes above 111.46, I'm going to just leave it on that because, you know, that is where we are right now. All right, Coinbase, they sold, right? They sold back here up at 221. Let me just get rid of it. Yeah, my pleasure. So put an alert there. Check it out. All right, so Coinbase is looking like it's testing that support. So again, I would look at this and I would go, okay, well, we've got this here at 163.14, 167.50. We are testing it and butting up against all those moving averages. We have a higher low here, right? Support of big volume at 163.14. Is this a potential entry? I would use it potentially as an entry, but I would go down to 160. I would say, okay, 750 to the downside potentially, and then all of this potential upside, right? It is directly tied to what's going on with Bitcoin and will fluctuate with the price of Bitcoin. So that's how I would regulate, and I would use this to trade, if that makes sense to you guys. All right, let's check out Reddit. I'm a Reddit fan. Think this could go much higher personally, and it came down, consolidated, and moving higher. We have a nice, actually inverted head and shoulders here. You see right here, shoulder, head, shoulder. The depth of this right here, 69 down to 50. We'll call that 20 points average. So add 20. This could head on up to 89. Time frame, I don't know. Be flexible in my opinion, but I think this is going up to 89. All right, let's look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA. Big volume right here, 119 correction. The biggest one is right down here. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of all these other ones. Boom, boom, oops. I don't know what I just did. Let's undo that one. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. All right. So let's just put it from the last. Oh, you know what? I wanted to leave the split one on there. Okay, there we go. 116.20. Okay, $8 risk, right? Do you guys want the intraday? Put it in chat. Do you guys want the intraday on NVIDIA? Let's do it anyways. Let's set it up for the intraday. All right, intraday point of control hanging out here at 123.38. Let's put it below 123.20 if it were to come all the way down there. Why, Jane, is it so far down? Because we have to go below that point of control, right? And let's put it above 125.20. All right, that's it. And hey, did you make money, Terry, last week? Remember, you said you were going to join if you made money. Did you make money? All right, let's look at Amazon. Last one here before we get into the indexes. I try to get this all done before 9 o'clock. I also like to do this typically, you know, I like to wait until these announcements are done at 8:30 because then, hey, Sometimes that can be volatility, right? So we have a lot of green stuff. Usually at 8:30 when we have announcements, that's why I use this. I say, hey, you know what? 8:30, that's when the indexes might really move because we've got an announcement. So it's best, in my opinion, to wait until that move has happened and then map it. You didn't trade last week? I thought you said you were going to trade. All right. Anyway, no worries. All right, 184.50 and 186.20. So this one, we have our bigger point of control, which we are testing 185.73. Watch to see if we have a close above that. Also, if we have a close above 187, right? 187, the big volume between 189 and 171 is 70% of the volume since earning. So if we go above 189, hey, we are above. Likely there would be a short squeeze as well. Another way to utilize this amazing tool. I don't know what this line is. Let's just get rid of that. All right, let's get into our indexes. Do the Dow. We'll just do it like this. You guys can see it better. Hey, you don't have to trade every day. You have an amazing week. You're happy with it. You don't have to trade. It's the beauty of it, right? I've been busy with building my mom's cabin. It's okay. I can take a week off. I remember when I first started, I was like, I can't. I have to trade every day. I felt so pressured to trade every day. Now I'm like, no. You know what? No, you don't have to trade every day. All right, 421.09 has not moved, but we are now above it. 21.20. Watch to see where we close the day, right? That's very close. Okay, let's do the Russell. All right, we are below the Russell big volume from September 1st. Let's get rid of this one. All right, 220.30. So let's put up above 220.50. They're really sort of hanging around these numbers. Are they going to take it higher or lower? Are they adding to a position, right? So point of control 218.71. We would have to go below that. 218.20. Let's put it right at 218. That's a pretty strong number right there. 218. And 220.50. Alrighty, let's look at the Qs. Ooh, Qs, we are finally above. They flipped it around, huh? 482.86. Okay, no, it stayed the same. We're just above it. They did drop it though last week, or this week, I should say, correction. So 488 right here. 488 up to 492 if it gets up there, right? We look at that, right at 8:30. Oh my goodness, that's when all the news came out. Why would you make a projected trade when you know that news is coming out at 8:30, right? To me, that doesn't make sense. So that's why timing with my kiddos, timing with the market announcements, it makes sense. Point of control here is at 483.67. Boom, right there. So where do we want to go? Well, we could put it here. Stretch this out so I can see the numbers better. 483.12. Because if we go up here, 483.50, we've got a bit. Yeah, we can do 483.50. Let's do 483.50. I don't know that it's going to come all the way back down there, but it could go short if we do. And 488. All right, let's go to the SPY, the one that everyone measures, the most traded ETF around the world. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay, 569.17. And let's go over here. I also play around with different voices. Okay, so let's get ready. Let's look at this. Okay, 573 is right here. Okay, 573.50. Let's put it up against that pivot from the day before. And point of control is at 572.11. Let's see, 572. Let's do 572. It's at 572.02 right here, right? Let's just make sure, still there? Yes, okay. So right now, yesterday we were below. All of these were red. Now we just have one that's sort of in the interim. We are still somewhat close. So if we close below these numbers, get ready for maybe a red week or red start to the next week. Also check out the Barron's cover tomorrow. It does come out on Saturdays. And anything else that you guys would like to check out, put it in the chat. Any other stock, let me know while I upload the images. There it is. You guys can take a screenshot. All right. So is there anything else that you guys would like to see? Any other stocks? Any other random questions? Any other naturopath healthy questions? You guys hang out here long enough, you know that I like natural remedies. I'm all about that, about healing your body the best way that you can with natural sources. You think about it, you go back into the 1950s. Did they have all these pharmaceuticals in the 1950s? No. Was everybody super obese like they are today? No. They were all walking around looking great. Clove. All right, let's check out CEG while I upload on the website here. Bear with me 2 seconds. Let me just send them to upload. All right, that's working in the background. Okay, so CEG. Troy, what are you telling? What are you looking at? What's our risk? Okay, our risk is back down to 273, right? And if we go from this really big volume spike, just as an example, 257. So we're pretty much, you got in yesterday? Okay, I'll check it out for you. Yeah, I mean, to me, risk would be back down to 273. All right, let's look at Clove. JR. What's the J stand for? All right, 399. 373 million. I would use 399 as that area to watch. Risk to me would be all the way back down to 376. If it were to come back down, I would watch for it to go to 376. All right, Tiger Eye? No, Up FinTech. Mobileye, that's the one. Okay, let's put it down here. All right, oopsies. Put it to earnings, there we go. Okay, still 791. Jesus, Bienvenido, Jesus. Welcome, Jesus. I also speak Spanish, Italian, French, a little sign language, a little bit of it all. Professionally trained chef, pilot. All right, so looking at Tiger, and I'll just call it Tiger because it's fun to say. I would say for the day trade 960 and 1043. So 1043, well, no, correction. You could bring this lower. You could do 1006. You got a little trade there. It might get hung up here at 1021 or below 960. Risk to me would be back down to 855. So that's what I see there. Anything else you guys want to check out? I'll wrap it up with my favorite. Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. Don't just have a good day. Have a great day. I hope to see you guys every morning, 8:15 on my morning watch list. You can tell it's a lot of fun. Get a lot of good info. Usually wrap it up by 9 o'clock. I got to finish up the watch list on the website. Have an amazing day. All right. We'll see y'all soon. Bye for now.